Good morning. Drew Ribar, auditing Reno 911. Thanks for watching. I got some more information on my lawsuit against Washoe County, but more specifically, some of the adverse actions that have been taken against me by my buddy here, Bob Conrad of This Is Reno. And good old Bob, well, he's been filing some copyright strikes against me because he doesn't like the fact that I shared the article that he wrote and I highly transformed it by adding a lot of context to it. So Mr. Conrad's been filing copyright strikes against me. So I thought I'd just share a little bit of what's going on with that here first of all. And then I thought I'd start following the money with you. The money's kind of interesting. Follow the money. So I'm kind of looking at that here. Let's see here. Let's get this up there. There we go. YouTube sent me an email. And this isn't the first one I've gotten. The first one happened with Twitter or X. Hi, we received copyright removal for this video and that video. Living life at the taxpayer expense. Bob Conrad. I guess he didn't like my article about him, or not my article, my almost what, yeah, they found some content between 4 minutes and 40 seconds and 5 minutes and 54 seconds that they wanted removed by Bob Conrad. Yeah, he was just a small part of what I did to substantially alter his content. And so I'm going to show you how I'm going to deal with this copyright strike on YouTube, how I've already dealt with it on Twitter and X. And Mr. Conrad, this is just a message for you. Why don't you and I just sit down and talk, buddy? We can work our differences out and solve our problems because you've libeled me. Yeah, you've libeled me, sir. You said things that were not factual about me. And I'm just answering that. But here's what I propose. We can both sit down and talk. We can even do a little live stream. You can stream it on your channels. I'll stream it on my channels, and we'll have a little debate. We'll go back and forth about the issues and, what we think. That might be kind of fun, actually. Two totally different perspectives, Bob. But right now, where it looks like we're heading is I sue you for libel, and you try to get me for copyright infringement because I'm talking about how you libeled me. So I propose we do something that costs both of us nothing. Sitting down and talking and doing a live stream. Yeah. YouTube will pay me. YouTube will pay you. And yeah. So that's my offer to Mr. Conrad. Let's sit down and talk and work out our differences. That's really what I'd like to do with everybody, but nobody seems to want to do that. Everybody seems to want to go to court. So perhaps we'll just go to court. Your choice, Bob. Anyways, so how do you deal with this copyright strike? Let's put this back up here and see what I can share with you. But anyways, what Bob had removed and what I already got put back up on Twitter. So I'll share this screen here with you. Oops, did it go somewhere? Let's see if we can scroll down. Anyways, it's back on Twitter. If you guys want to see what Bob had taken down off of YouTube, there's a link in the description for the Twitter or X video. Emergency legislative session. Let's see here. Scrolling down here. Living life at taxpayers' expense. There's the video that Bob didn't like so much, I guess. And he said it's 5 minutes and 40 seconds anyways. Yeah, I guess I showed his article here. Yeah, so this is the part Bob didn't like, is the fact that I showed his article and I talked about his article talking about me. So that's what Bob doesn't like. But anyways, back to how do you get rid of this one? Learn more about resolution options. Counter notification. So that's what we do, is we do a counter notification. Submit a copyright counter notification. Submit it in YouTube Studio. So we got to go into YouTube. Anyways, I'll respond to this later. But yeah. So anyways, the article Bob doesn't like. Let's get that up here real quick. It's this one right here. So I'm not going to share the whole thing in this one, Bob. I just want to go down to one specific spot in your thing here, if I can. There, this spot right here. So Bob's getting paid. Let's talk about how Bob's getting paid here. So rare sites, new heights, so right, travel Nevada. And let's put a little bit of travel Nevada. Here's some travel Nevada. So the people paying Bob is Travel Nevada. So you say, gee, who is Travel Nevada? Travel Nevada is the state of Nevada, the government. See how that works? Bob's getting some money. From the state of Nevada. Now remember, Bob also works for the government. He's a government employee. But I found some interesting things here about the state of Nevada, because I was kind of jumping around, and it's a beautiful state. We got some just incredible scenery here. And you go down here and you get some contact information and all that other good stuff. But the thing that I came across that was really kind of interesting to me, see if I can go find it here. Was it this one? Yeah, this one. So I went to their Contact Us page. And I scrolled down here and I see this little thing, Diversity and Inclusion Liaison for the DTCA on behalf of the Governor's Office for New Americans. Now, some people are going to disagree with me. I'm against the government spending my tax dollars on new Americans, especially when it looks like it's diversity, equity, and inclusion in our government, or DEI. They just took out the equity, diversity and inclusion liaison for the governor's office, the state of Nevada. Governor Lombardo's still got DEI going on. Huh. Everybody on their own merits. Who gives a shit what you look like? Oh, having a little video issue there for a second. So yeah, so state of Nevada. Anyway, so I thought, well, gee, DEI is going on in Governor Lombardo's administration for new Americans. So is this what, remember when Trump was mad a while ago about, he made the entire state of Nevada a sanctuary state? Is what he called it. So what is this Office for New Americans? What is this? Kelly Benoit. Exactly. I did give. I'll share that in a second here. Yeah, no, it's fair use. I made substantial changes, alterations to the article, and I added a lot of context because I called Bob a fucking libelous liar for lying about me. And I told Bob I would sue him. So I would say that's a substantial change to his news editorial article. When the person named within the article comes out and says you're a lying fucking bastard, is that a substantial change? Well, you guys decide. I mean, you'll be the jury ultimately. 12 people. Maybe we'll get a whole jury and go talk about this libel bullshit he's doing. Paid for with your tax dollars. So I was thinking about this Bob guy a little bit. Been doing some studying up on him. Because, like I said, I think he's a government employee. So I'm just going to all the government websites. Here he is: University of Nevada, Reno, Department of Agriculture, Veterinary, and Rangeland Sciences, College of Agriculture, Biotechnology, and Natural Resources. Remember, trust the science, everybody. You can trust the science. Paid for with your tax dollars. Bob's an instructor of agriculture and environmental communication. What the fuck is that? Sorry. What is that? Instructor of agriculture and environmental communication for the Department of Agriculture, Veterinary, and Rangeland Sciences. What do we need to have environmental communicate? What are we paying for? What does he really teach? There's Bob's office phone number, Bob's public government email address. See, I'm not doxing anybody. The defense counsel in my lawsuit against Washoe County and our center, the local LGBTQ center that promotes, Anyways, they don't promote good things and children, in my opinion. Why should children be part of the discussion? So Bob teaches introduction to agricultural, new emerging media, and what the new emerging media and agriculture? Let's just grow some stuff. Reporting in public. Why we wonder why our stuff costs so much money. Because we're paying guys like this to do shit that doesn't really make a difference in society. How does teaching people about communications and agriculture make better wheat crops or soybean crops or honors? And look, he's got a lot of rewards. He's got a bachelor's of, so let's think about this, Bob. You and I are about the same age, and you got your Bachelor of Arts in 95. 2001, so you were in school for however long, but you're in your 50s or whatever, I think. So you've been in school for most of your adult life, it looks like. Bob, are you one of those guys that goes and gets a bunch of student loans for your entire life and is a perpetual student? Because under that program, I believe if you are always enrolled student, you never have to repay your student loans, and you just constantly borrow the money, get those student loans, and then never repay them, and kind of live your life that way. So I wonder if in your finances, that's part of what you've done. Or are you one of these guys that's kind of just leached off of society, figured out how to get a bunch of money from the government, and then you're a mouthpiece for the government? Or political agendas funded by you're just basically a political agenda funded by the government with your media operation. This is Reno. Is that what I'm seeing here? I mean, Bob, if you want to talk about it, I mean, I'm just asking questions, sir. So this is Bob Conrad. Looked into him a little bit. And then, yeah. Let me share some more stuff here with you. What do we got here? So in this one here, This is just the legal that I got from X when they removed the content first time that Bob filed copyright strike against me. So that's what that one was. And then this is what I filed back to show everybody how I'm dealing with it. And this is how I got it put back up, is I wrote this email over to Twitter. And I told them that it was fair use. Went through the detailed factors. I transformed it. I'm a political candidate. The article is about me. And I was critical of the article just like the article is critical of me. Then I gave a bunch of case law. And yeah, so that's the letter that I sent off. If any of you ever have issues like that, that's what I did to deal with Bob. And that's going to be the same basic letter I'm going to send over to YouTube and the ones that I sent over to Facebook. And, I just invite Bob to come talk to me. I'll be civil if you're civil, Bob. We can make up. We can be friends. I'm not a bad guy, I don't think. I'm just a guy. I'm just a pissed off business guy that asks questions. And you seem to be like a government-funded agent that lies about people, pushes a narrative. And your money, just so you know, with Bob, let me make sure I put that in here too. So we'll go to build our center here. Let's just pull this up for a second. We're wrap this all back around to where it came from here and how this is all happening. So if you go to build our center, and let me put that up here. There, is it going to work? There we go. Technical difficulties. Okay. So I just went into this little searchy thing here and build our center. I'm suing our center. That's the name of the local LGBTQ nonprofit that's been shutting down the public streets, closing down the public libraries to have their own private events on our tax dime. And Mr. Conrad, he gives money to these people, build our center. And I just like to show everybody what they support and they're about. And this is a article from Influence Watch. You can go here and look at it if you want to, but they've got links to all the references. If you go to Our Center, so it's right from the Our Center website, right from Free Beacon about Jackie Rosen, Free Beacon, and so it links back to where they got all the information. But the very concerning thing here for me is what our tax dollars are going for, and what Mr. Bob Conrad, and it appears a lot of people in local government support, and where they've been funneling your tax dollars. Let me blow this up some more if I can. Is this right here? Is this where you want your tax dollars to go? So if this is where you guys want your tax dollars to go, keep voting the way you've been voting. Keep doing what you're doing. I think this is wrong. And the deeper you get into this, the more concerning it is that the state of Nevada appears to be funding it. So that's what I have to say about that. I appreciate everybody watching. Like, subscribe, do all that other good stuff if you like the information I'm bringing out to you. But it's pretty disturbing what our government's paying for. and where all this money is going and who's benefiting from your tax dollars. Thanks for tuning in.